Ugly side of healthcare town halls.
Yeah, talk about bad situations. Yesterday, we showed you video from a New Jersey town hall that caught our attention. A wheelchair-bound woman is booed and heckled as she tries to speak. And here's part of that video.
Copay for one of my medications is $389 every 2 weeks. And I'm afraid I might not be able to afford my property taxes and I'll lose my home. Please hear this voice of the disabled. Don't let the insurance lobby win this fight.
The woman in that video is Marianne Hoynes, and she joins us live via Skype from Ocean Grove, New Jersey. Marianne, good afternoon to you. Thanks for joining us.
Hi, Alex. How are you?
Well, I'm fine, thank you. Though disturbed by what you had to go through, do you think those that were booing and shouting you down had a clue that you were sitting in a wheelchair? I mean, from their vantage point in the latter part of the room, the back part of the room, could they tell?
You know, I don't even think that they would have cared. That there was a large group of people that showed up that night for the purpose of making sure that questions couldn't be asked and we couldn't hear information. I don't know how to describe it any other way. We waited 2 hours to get in that night. And
who were those people, Marianne? I mean, were they people that, did you recognize any of them? Were they your neighbors there from Ocean Grove, or were they people that, as has been reported at times, were brought in from other areas to do just what you were saying they did?
Well, I know that there were some people from New York, so this wasn't their town hall meeting. And when we were outside waiting to get in for so long, you could tell that they were very organized. They came in groups. They had signs ready. They were outside. They were chanting. There were about 1,000 people outside, and they were chanting. But as time went on, and certainly by the time we got into that room, which held about 500 people, they got more and more verbally violent. I don't know how else to describe it. They began by just screaming and yelling at Congressman Pallone that he should have been aborted and that his mother should have had an abortion and that he was a domestic terrorist.
So Marianne, if you could, I'm hoping that some of those people who were booing are watching now. If you could deliver a message to them and to all Americans who have been watching this process unfold and have seen the interruptions and the screaming, what would you say?
I would say that we have the best health care system. We have some of the best health care in the world. It's just not available to everybody. It's elitist. If you have a lot of money, you can get really good treatment.
Well, what about the message to people who interrupt, on the idea of interrupting people at town halls? What would your message be?
What I would say to them is that what they did was completely undemocratic. I went there because I wanted to learn more about this healthcare system, and we were allowed to either ask a question or make a statement, and I wanted to share with Congressman Pallone what it was like to be sick in America today. And I had that right, I thought, until these people really tried to scream me down, and everybody else too, not just me. And I felt bullied, and I wasn't going to take it. I was going to finish what I had to say. It was very upsetting. And what they did was very undemocratic and very un-American. And that's what I would say to them. I don't understand the point of doing that. I don't know what they were so afraid of. What we were going to say or what the congressman was going to say that they just didn't want anybody to hear.
And unfortunately,
really strange.
Marianne, I'm sure that's going to have to be a rhetorical question because I don't know that you'll ever get the answer to that. But thank you for joining us here on MSNBC. We appreciate that.